Okay, everybody, so I'm looking at St. Patrick's Cathedral on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. It's a beautiful, gigantic, enormous building. And whenever I see institutions like this, you know, and there's just so many cathedrals like this all around the world, it makes me think about legacy and history, you know, and so I read the background of St. Patrick's Cathedral and how it was built. It was dedicated in 1879 and built in 1878. But the actual beginning of the beginning of the building process actually started around 1810. I think the land was purchased in 1810, and the people that ran this cathedral, they experienced severe financial problems. They had severe debt, and at some point it was actually foreclosed upon, at least the property that was here before this one, you know, and so, you know, anyway, it's like the next generation came along and they, you know, built something bigger and better. They had to shut down construction during the Civil War, a devastating time in American history. And here it stands, you know, it stands here, you know, 150, 160, 170 years later, how many years it is. And it's just this beautiful multi-billion-dollar monument. I don't know if you could buy this building for $1 billion, even if it was for sale. I don't know if they sell it for $1 billion, and it's right in the middle of Manhattan and this really expensive property. But, you know, the thing that really inspired me the most actually was the darkest times. I was inspired by the fact that the people who had this vision 100-something years ago went deep in debt. You know, they had financial problems from this vision, and it made me think about black people, of course. You know, that's what I think about all the time. And the thing is that sometimes you all have visions now that, you know, that seem sloppy, that don't seem like they're going to amount to much. You know, you're deep in debt, business ain't running right, ain't making the money that you think you'd like to make, and all of that. But sometimes you just got to hold on for the next generation, you know. So the same way this cathedral was saved by the next generation, you know, because the elders held on to it and held on to their vision, that gave the young people something to build onto. That gave the young people something to add to. That gave the young people something to resurrect. That gave the young people a chance for a comeback, you know. But if they had given up, if they had just given up and said, oh no, it's too hard, you know, we don't got no money, we don't have no wealth, we can't take care of it, look at us, we're sloppy, we're bad business people, we're deep in debt, we might as well give up, then they would have left nothing for the young children. And the thing is that children can't build off of nothing. They can't build with nothing. But if you give them a little something, even if it's just a dream, even if it's just a vision, even if it's just a code of conduct, a set of principles, a sloppy ass, raggedy ass business, a tiny little institution, they can create something great like this, right? So I'm saying to you right now, I'm pointing to this cathedral, not because I care one way or another about, you know, everything going on in the Catholic Church. They are who they are. They're doing their thing. We need to do our thing. So I'm saying to you, what is your vision? What is your dream? What is your institution? What sloppy little fantasy do you have that you feel isn't going to work because you're deep in debt like they were, or you filed bankruptcy like they did, or you're feeling way behind like they were, you feel lost like they felt? Well, I want you to just understand that when you hold on, when you give something to the next generation, that's how you build. That's how 166 years later, people are looking at a massive monument that you started in your own family, in your own community, in your own ecosystem. So black people have to sort of believe in ourselves. Just stop giving up on yourself just because times are hard now. Just because times are hard now don't mean they're always going to be tough. Just because you ain't got nothing now don't mean you're always going to be broke. Just because you're behind now don't mean you're meant to lose. You're not meant to lose. You're not meant to fail. You're meant to build something great. So that's all I want to share with you guys, and this is what I believe in, and I'm holding back my tears as I even share this with you, because I just believe in us. And I'm just telling you, like, when I see stuff like this, that's what I think about. I think about how those people felt. There was a preacher who ran this cathedral 150 years ago, and he was trying so hard to keep the dream alive when they declared bankruptcy. He didn't want anybody else to own it, and they got foreclosed on, and they said the stress from the foreclosure killed him. It literally killed him, the stress from the foreclosure. But the next generation came along, and they built on what he fought for his whole life. So just because you're fighting now and you feel like you're losing now, that doesn't mean somebody won't come along and win the battle that you started, right? So don't give up on yourself, and don't think you got to do it overnight. This is 160 years in the making, and what are we going to do now as black people? What institutions are we going to start and commit ourselves to now, so that 160 years from now, there'll be our great grandchildren can look at something like this. So that's my thought for today. I'm out of here, guys. Hit the thumbs up button and like button and all that stuff if you're watching on on YouTube. I'll see you later. And and if you want financial conversations and all that, go to theblackfinancialchannel.com. I got to make sure I tell you guys that. And also, if you want to know more about my own vision, you can get a free e-copy of my book, It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar. You can go to drboycewatkins.net. That's drboycewatkins.net. The book is totally free, and it helps highlight my vision for the future for the black community. I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.